man. Oh, fuck.
Hi, Andy.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Shit.
You're not late.
Whew.
Just in time. How's it going, guys?
Great, I'm home.
Yeah, I
Bailey's
just
back.
as soon as I got out, they pulled me back in.
You're
Where you
back
at?
in LA.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got busted back down to LA. I got canceled for sticking up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Shrapnel.
Now we came back to LA for a little while, and now I'm gonna stay for a couple more days.
It's where shit gets
So.
done, man. It's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, we got
Did they trap you? They're not letting people leave now? Is that what it is?
Well, they did sort of trap me, and the way that they trapped me is that they allowed me to have their health insurance, and I'm allowing them to cut me open on Thursday.
Oh,
Yeah. So
hernia?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my hernia fixed.
shit.
That's good for you.
Oh my God, so excited.
God damn.
So yeah. So that's it. So I'm busted back down to Studio C once again.
Oh, I'm up in the fucking high rise. I'm up in the top floor of my place.
Yeah.
Got rid of Phyllis. Old lady Phyllis is out of here.
You fall out of bed again or any other?
No, that
situation?
was it. It was isolated incident. She hit the floor, fucked up her arm, and then she was low maintenance after that. But that's why she's not here tonight, is because we're leaving, and there was a discussion like, well, let's just let her. I was let her stay. You know, I don't think things through. She's old. She fell down.
Wait. Phyllis, Andy. Phyllis is a renter or Airbnb guest.
Yeah.
So you're giving your idea was we're leaving. Let's give her the house.
Well, her space, like she wanted to continue here for another week, but we're going to be gone.
Yeah.
And, so I like, well, fuck, but
She's
apparently
cool.
she's cool enough, but she's frail and old. And if she fell down or something, but it's like, so what? We charge her for the week and, we call them mortician or whatever when we get back.
Sue her family for all the trouble.
Yeah.
or she changes the locks and you guys can't get in and it takes you 6 months to evict her.
Yeah. No, she don't have that.
Residency. And she's friends with the postman.
Oh man, yeah. No, but that's over. My it's not over. It's never over. But I won.
Whoa! That's headline. We buried the lead already.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
After 6 months of since the Willy Nilly incident, and countless letters involving Congress, whoever else, I don't know. I didn't get CC'd on the letters, but my wife wrote the letters. They were ignored. The fucking post office people were assholes. Fuck you, Miss whoever. This lady hung up on my wife, and my wife was being her most. Well, I mean, I would have hung up too, to be honest. But I'm too close to the situation. I would have hung up knowing where it was going. It's like that Katy Perry. Not Katy Perry. Who's the politician lady? Katy.
How did you get Katy Perry to get a politician?
Wait. I got it. Katie Hill.
Yeah, Katie Hill. She's like that. She gets you to fuck up.
Not a pop star.
She goes, yeah. Well, yeah, it's a little different, but
she did acquire fame at pop star levels for about a week or two when her sex tape came out.
Oh yeah, that Katie. The other one in Congress. That's the one I'm talking about. No, you're fuck. Anyway. None of this where'd Chad go?
I
don't know. Chad's gone.
Yeah, I think my internet's fucked. I'm gonna switch
we can hear you.
I'm gonna switch to another thing and see if it helps.
So, but yeah, like I said before, it's like that episode of South Park where Cartman's like, anyway, it's like just like I said, hey man, just let Cartman do it. Just let it go. It'll be much easier on you. That's what I want to tell that motherfucker. willy nilly up the hill where postman say, you're gonna lose, dude. Eventually you're gonna lose and it's gonna fucking come back to you. So just fucking let me do what I want. I do what I want. And
You make a compelling argument.
yeah. Oh, well, yeah. The big thing is though, so
It's rare
yesterday
that a postal employee wouldn't understand that logic.
he's an asshole. Here's the problem. He's a fucking asshole and I'm a dick. And he wasn't letting me top him. He's an asshole
So,
with an attitude.
so
I'm gonna
what's happened? You haven't described it. You
okay,
said you
so
won, but then
yesterday my wife blathering on the phone. I figure it's the fucking Jovies or I gotta hope this doesn't carry downstairs because I'm going on a trip with her tomorrow. Nonetheless, the fact that fucking Jovi blather and on, and then I hear I get the gist that it's about the mailbox, like fuck shit, and she was on the phone for about 45 minutes talking to this guy, so she says, "Oh, you know who that was? I don't care. It's a Jovi. I'm not interested." But she said it was the postmaster of Eugene, like the fucking Dalai Lama is calling us the Dalai Lama, and all these letters the same letter we sent several times. It's like they're all on his desk, along with the complaints and the other shit. And he calls up and he's like, he apologized a bunch on the phone to her, which I can say because he told me that. Anyway, so this morning at between 9 and 9:30, we were supposed to expect the postmaster. And
wait, you were expecting the postmaster of Eugene at your house?
Yeah, he come up. He's like, fucking buck stops here type of guy. He got all these complaints and or these letters and stuff. And months ago, months ago, it was like 5-6 months ago, I put down that mailbox, starting a war with as soon as I put that box in and cemented it in, I fucking had an enemy. The motherfucker did not want to fucking give, man, and I don't want to, look, man, you can fuck with me and get away with it, but you're going to get stung in the face by yellow jackets pretty soon. I'm starting to see evidence of them. I got a bee suit. Who sent me that? I forget who sent me the bee suit, but I got a bee suit and I can dig up bees. I can get the queen, don't fuck with me.
Are we talking about a beekeeper suit or a bee suit where you look
like
a bee?
Well, I have a sting-proof. I don't know.
Either way, it's formidable.
Either way, go
something crazy.
Queen.
Right. Yeah. I mean, anyway, all I wanted was peace, and I got and like a Palestinian, I got a fucking dirt clod chucked in my face when I was like trying to make peace out there, and so today I met with the postmaster and his assistant. Here's the thing that so the lady who hung up, the bitch, South Eugene cunt, I don't know her name. She hung up on my wife, who was being, I will say at this point, reasonable, if not redundant. And she just hung up on her and then refused to take her phone call. And so, anyway, the postmaster said he may, after talking to my wife, he may go pick her up and bring her up, because that was actually her job to come out and fucking look at this shit from a fucking human standpoint. Use your human eyes, look at what we're saying, and then you can pass on it. You can fucking roll down the hill. But she never got a hold of us, never did her job at all. So now this guy's saying he's going to go pick her up and bring her up here. So I'm like, oh fuck. I'm out there waiting, and I'm driving back and forth down the hill to see if anybody's coming up, and then I see this big rig. Like, I thought to myself, I'm thinking, too big of a rig. The mail postmaster wouldn't roll in a 4-wheel drive, big badass black truck with veteran plates on him. And then I come up the hill, and that truck was parked in the driveway, and there was I'll say gentleman. He was a gentleman walking down the driveway, and a gentleman scrutinizing the mailboxes. So,
hey, Andy, is he like rolling up like in Caddyshack when Rodney Dangerfield has the boat, he's just plowing through?
No, he rolled up like fucking General Patton rolled through the whoever. I don't know. He rolled through some motherfuckers, and he is on his like. It was just like it looked like an official, like the cops might be here, fucking truck, and this guy's out, and he's fucking dressed like a like gentleman dress. He's like businessman. I can tell right away he's a postmaster fucking general. And I get out and I say, "Hey man, are you guys here to inspect the mailbox?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Are you Andy?" And yeah, I'm Andy. Do you listen to the podcast? No. Your wife gave me.
Clearly, you're fans.
Yeah. No, I'm just it's cool to just meet people. And, so anyway, we look over the situation, and he's like, "Well, explain to me what's going on." And I go, "Well, the mail, I talked to the mailman about this, and he, so I had my Willy Nilly post is still there."
Wait a minute. Before we go any further, let's at least take a moment of silence in honor of the Postmaster General, who asked Andy a very simple question. So, what's going on out here?
Yeah,
that's how it starts for this poor bastard. That's where it starts.
He clearly does not listen to the podcast.
And what's interesting is that's
clearly
the one thing the postman never did. He just made a fucking assumption and ran with it, and all he had to go is like, "Hey, what's going on here?"
Yeah. And he rang. Totally. I don't know that he rang twice, but he would have. But
so I interrupted your flow. So you told the Postmaster General.
Well, we looked over the situation. It's like, I'm like, I'm playing the part of, hey man, my wife's blind, and the mailman said I couldn't put my box here because it was all willy nilly. And he goes, what, like, and he says,
he didn't understand your technical lingo.
That's what, that's what he says is willy nilly. And I go, the reason I put it here, and I did look over the blah, 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 the things, and I go, thought this was the place to put it, looking at everything, and, and he goes, yeah. And so, and then I go, well, where our box used to be is up the slant, up this, it's cross and up a steep ass hill, and where any fucking, even I, I'm not like that mobile, but I'd get hit possibly. I might be in danger, and I'm aware that people might try to run me over. So you get a blind person out there, their fucking stick or whatever, she ain't gonna, so that was one. But where this guy told us was on our side, but down this slope, down this a steep pitch and uneven ground and shit, and that's the fucking, that was it. I mean, and then he's like, it's like there's no, he looked at it, and the Postmaster General, he's military. That's probably why he's brass. And he went down there. He goes, let me just walk this off. And he went down there and he goes, 21 paces. 21. I go, yeah, human soul's 21 grams.
Of course you did.
I hit trivia. He hit me with trivia with 21 steps. I go, he goes, we're talking about 21 steps here. I go, I know, right? And so so anyway, he goes, man, I'd like to drag everybody from that post office branch up here and put them in blindfolds and have them walk up your driveway and try to find your mailbox. And I go, yeah, man. I go, I can, probably find some things to cover the eyes with.
Can we get some footage? Can we get some footage of that for the podcast? Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Like shotgun.
Yeah, like he wanted to. He was legitimately like, buying all of it. And I'm not. None of it's as. I may misrepresent a few things in my favor or whatever, but for the most part, I'm being honest. And as the Postmaster General said, and his partner confirmed, I'm a very reasonable man.
So clearly doesn't listen to the podcast.
Yeah, so I got that going.
You did a good job pulling the wool over their eyes. I'll say that.
Yeah, very stable genius.
Yeah, so reasonable and we were all sitting there, and he was like, man, I think we could use one of them big boxes that we needed 2 or 3 more mailboxes in the area, but I could have made everybody move up to me. Like he wanted to put one of them $2,200 metal boxes there with about 8 mailboxes on it. But then we decided, let's not willy-nilly other people, bro. You know, can I permission to speak, General? So
Well, see, that's pretty smart, actually, not to mess everybody else up, because you look back at all of these other giant wars on this same sort of level. It's always afterwards that they screw it up. They put a line through some country and they make it. They take Bosnia and Serbia and make it Czechoslovakia, and then it ends up being another fucking issue. So. The same thing happened with Germany at the end of World War I. And this epic battle is much the same. But now that it's over, you don't want to move a whole bunch of other people around, because then that could lead to possible battles and skirmishes down the road.
You should have tried to see if you could at least get the dog shit guy's mailbox moved over to yours. Just he has to walk all the way over.
Yeah. I've been pretty lame on that guy.
Like, why just me?
I haven't. I think I said your husband's, and I walked by there the other day, and I was wearing a mask, and there was a lady out there planting flowers, and I just said, "Hey, your husband's a fucking asshole," and kept walking. Well, I mean, I don't want to leave anyone out in this situation. I mean, you can focus on the postal situation, and then then this guy's down here thinking he won. Well,
maybe Andy was just doing a good deed. Maybe she doesn't know her husband is a fucking asshole, and he's just letting her know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So I'm wound up from the victory, but so this was about 10 in the morning, and I had a lot of shit to do today. I got a pack, which I haven't done. I had to make 45 sandwiches. No, I made 30 sandwiches to hand out to the homeless. Me and James.
Andy, I saw that on Twitter. You and James Frost.
Yeah, we've been. We did it. We went out and did it the other day, and then today we kind of like, okay, let's give it. We didn't have water. We want to make custom lunch. What do you want? They all homeless people.
Careful.
They all
careful.
Like
you start asking questions.
Oh man.
I got in a fucking altercation with a guy who was like, he just come out of his tent, and I go, hey man, how's it going? He goes, it's going fucking shitty and fucking blah, blah, blah. Negative energy. And I go, yeah, I hear you. And he goes, what do you know about it? Like, you got me, like, you wanted to, I got some situations, man, nothing that, okay, man, you're living in a tent up against the fucking bridge, and you're a fucking hoarder. You got problems. But anyway, so that's been fun handing out.
It's almost as if you intentionally walked into a camp full of mentally ill people and then seemed surprised by their reaction.
You know what meth doesn't do? Affect your ability to eat cookies. I mean, it might hinder your chewing on. Yeah, but they still like the cookies.
You just gotta suck on them for a while till they melt in your mouth, probably.
Yeah, the first day we met. There was this group, and we hung out with these dudes that were ripping on each other. Kind of, it was fun, And but anyway, we went back today, and fucking sandwiches, clean socks. I'm still working. I'm trying. The reason I'm doing it is to get back into comedy. Like to go down, it's a small audience.
Bum roasts. It's like bum fights, but they're just the bums insulting each other under the bridge.
They're in tents, and I go up there and I go, "Hey, man, you want a sandwich?" Yeah, from the tent. I go, "Well, unzip your fly, and I'll give you a sandwich." No, it's not maybe club ready or whatever, but there's a bunch of dirty fucking people down there, and they, it's great, they all, and then, most of them expect you to talk about Jesus or God or something. And I'm like, no, man, just take the sandwich. Unlike Jesus, when Jesus did it, he had an unlimited supply of fish and bread. I got about 40 sandwiches. So and there ain't no re-upping. But it feels, I don't know. It's like that kind of thing. You go like, I'm doing this as a good deed or whatever. I don't even give a fuck about that. It's like this, everybody needs a sandwich and they're all hungry and it's like they appreciate it and they say, God bless you. And I like, don't bring him into this shit. You know,
Yeah.
it has nothing to
Yeah.
do with him. He's the one who
Yeah.
put you out here.
You tried to talk me out of it.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, God gave me a bunch of reasons why I shouldn't be fucking around with you people. And if you have a chick that you're fucking and you don't have a home, that ain't your woman. That's your street bitch. This guy
Oh,
goes,
did you
I'll
learn
take,
this today?
yeah, he goes, I go, here, he has a sandwich, and he goes, hey, could I get one for my street bitch? Yeah, sure. You know, fuck, I don't. Take one for your wife. But that's so anyway, so I was fucking had that to do. I knew that. I had all this tuna fish and by the way, James makes peanut butter sandwiches, which
Wait a
people
minute,
will
tuna
take.
fish?
Yeah.
Oh, tuna
Yeah, because
fish.
James handed out tuna or peanut butter sandwiches and everybody took them, but I could see I could sense the disappointment. I've been down and out and slept with my head on rocks and have filthy hands and been
but I've eaten a fucking peanut butter jelly sandwich that sat in a car for 2 days.
Right.
It's still okay.
That's
Tuna
why I
fish.
serve mine chilled. And I put relish in it and mayonnaise, and that's about it. But handed them out, and I got rid of the tuna way before James got rid of the peanut butter. Like, would you prefer peanut butter or tuna? They were like, fuck, man, are you kidding? You got tuna? Yep.
That is true. They probably used to eating just fucking fingerfuls of peanut butter. I mean, yeah.
My favorite. And you know, when you have a bunch of unwanted people, it's wrong to pick a favorite. But I did pick a favorite, and he was just like woke up and he used a rock like gravel for a pillow, and his fucking head was all fucked up and from sleeping on the rock, and his hands were filthy as though he dug a fucking hole with them, like the filthiest fucking hands I've ever seen. And he was in a pretty decent mood, all things considered. Like I have bellyache a bunch about it. You wouldn't fucking hear nothing else but me go, fuck, man, look at this shit. I'm pitching gravel out of my fucking forehead. He's like, oh, it's going good, man. And I go, you want a sandwich? You go, yeah, and cookies, hell yeah, So that I'm not bringing him home or nothing, but if I had to pick a favorite, that was my favorite. Mm-hmm. And anyway, so I know I have to help.
Andy, are you telling us you played rock pillow sandwich with this guy?
Yeah, I mean, you get a little selective. You're like, because I mean, okay, there, even the most empathetic fuckhead. All right, I got a bag of the snack chips or whatever, like 3 or 4 different kinds. I didn't give out my favorites.
you kept the flaming hot Cheetos for yourself.
Everybody
Those
I
sun
got,
chips are from
everybody
me,
I met
James.
got some chili Fritos. Here you go. You want some lesser chips? But I doled those out. But anyway, I had a deadline. I like fucking got to get. I got to feed the hungry. I got to meet with the general, and
I like that handing out tuna sandwiches to homeless people was on the list before packing for your trip. I like how you prioritize things.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go hungry if I don't get enough underpants in my bag.
I'm also imagining the stories of the homeless people tonight. Hey, what the fuck was up with tuna sandwich guy, man? I was sleeping. That motherfucker just came over and gave me a tuna sandwich in my tent.
Yeah. Well, one guy talked about Satan. Don't let demons get you down. I'm like, why would I, man? I have to live with them all the time. And then he said something about, if you shit your pants, let it go. Like, yeah, I mean,
isn't that how you shit your pants?
Right. I mean, it's like,
let them go.
Accept defeat and get rid of them britches.
That seems like a homeless rule. That doesn't seem like a generally applicable rule. That seems specific to being homeless.
It is pretty good advice.
I think you want to make sure that you don't shit your pants enough to have a rule about it.
My rule is to take a shower and get new pants. I mean, right away and wash those ones. They don't have that option. So
my rule of thumb when shitting my pants is don't smell your thumb. Get to some water. So anyway, so the good news from the general was like, he couldn't believe it. I said, yeah, I got people in trouble without, I was like, I can't believe that lady hung up on my wife. My wife's done a lot of before she went blind. She used to write legislation. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't listen. I assume
She's
that's
a
part of it.
valued member of the community, and
Right.
that's a fact.
And then I said, when I talk to the mailman, I say, hey, man, I'd like to get the mailbox up here where it's level so my blind wife won't have to struggle.
Yeah.
And then I go, where would you suggest I put it? And he told me down here. And I said, well, I think my wife will fall and get injured if she's down there. And he said, that's where it goes. That's it. So, I mean, and those guys, they seemed like they were driving to the South Eugene post office to light some motherfuckers up. That he goes, that we're even out here is ridiculous. That we, like they're too big. They're downtown postmaster. The fucking general. When the general goes to the front lines, it's fucking trouble, man.
Yeah.
And it wasn't trouble for me because I was reasonable. And he said, I think where you have that post is perfect. That's where the mailbox goes.
Perfect, he said.
Yeah.
Nice.
But that one didn't support the heavy metal mailbox I got. So I sawed that down and I cheated it 3 feet over in my direction. And I went about in the most fucking like panicked. Like I was like, God damn it. Okay. The mail comes about 12:30 and I have to get some fucking homeless people sandwiches together. I got to go get a red balloon to put on. So, I mean, that was the ribbon on top of it. But so there's a plate. Anyway, I put this plate on this thing, and I don't like fucking directions or, God damn it, it's like if I can't, my eyesight, I can't even fucking.
What's going on right now?
I don't know.
We're all trying to think of what the red balloon could be for. I think it might be for muling drugs in an anus.
I'm gonna guess it's to tie onto the new mailbox as a fuck you to the mailman.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
My neighbor lady goes, I was like hurrying her, speeding around and carrying cement up there, dragging shit, and she goes, did you get your mailbox down? I go, I'm trying, but I got to go get a red balloon to put a big fuck you on top of it. That's exactly what it was. Also, the movie It, it's menacing,
that's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean both. I wanted him. And so the problem was,
why would you summon a clown, Andy?
I don't know.
You're scared of clowns. That's what confused me. He's like, why is Andy fucking summoning the It clown with a red balloon?
Yeah. I didn't think I would be summoning. I didn't think of it. Maybe I would summon a clown, or I wouldn't have done it. But so I worked as hard as I've ever worked in my life to get the mailbox set and all that. But I just like one person. I broke my post hole digger I've had for like my whole. Well, I inherited it from my father-in-law, and he put some real effort. And he always told me to oil the handles and take, like, yeah, right, which I didn't do. And today was the day it broke. I'm about, I finally break the ground and get enough dirt out, and the fucking post hole digger breaks. I'm like, God damn it, I'm not good. So I just get a little trowel and I dig it out as, digging, fucking sweating and shit, yelling, fucking faggot. Not at anybody in particular. I'm yelling it at myself, at the post, and all that shit, trying to do a 1-2 person job by yourself in a hurry.
With a hand tool.
Yeah, and I got it deep enough and everything, and then I'm like, and then I put the plate on, screwing it on, and then I fuck this, man, I got an electric drill, but I never charge shit, so it's I go down the hill and I get that, and it's nothing, and back to screwing them on, and then I slide the mailbox up on there, and it doesn't fucking line up with the holes. 4 screw holes in it with the spacers, and I got to slide it forward. And I didn't measure it or look at it and just estimate it, move it forward. Second time, the fucking screws don't line up. You fucking cunt. Fuck you. Fuck you, man. And
I got tuna sandwiches in my car. I got to get this stuff.
Well, I hadn't made them yet. I did not assemble.
That was smart.
Yeah, because you don't see, that's what James does, is he gets all his peanut butter and jelly and then it starts leaking too, makes them too soon. I want my, it's like Subway. Anyway, So I'm fucking pissed off. It's like, and then a third time I do it, get the holes in there, fucking, and it's still, I fucking did not. Oh fuck! And then I just fucking get rid of them. The screws are so stripped out by then. Then I just hammer nails in there, but that's just part of it. See, that just gets the thing on the pole, and then I got to attach the mailbox, which there's a bunch of directions and shit.
So Andy, what you're saying is you're trying to put the base onto the pole.
Yeah, because
that's where you're having the problem, because now after that you got to put the mailbox onto the base, which is now on the pole.
Yeah, and then cement and all that shit, and I start reaching the deadline of like, God damn it, that mailman's gonna be humping up the hill here. So I run down and I look and I see him. Oh shit, there he is. He's a street below. I'm fucking running out of time. So I fucking race down and get a red balloon, and I
love that.
I drag up the other mailbox that's attached to a pole, which I didn't cement in there. So I sawed the one down, so that post is gone. Oh, here's what happened on the big metal box, though. I finally get it on there. I fucking lined it up, and then I look at it, and it's got a key that opens in the front, and then there's a key that opens in the back. But I have an overhang, and there's no way I can access the mailbox with this fucking post that I have. So pretty much that's when I ran down, drug the other one up, stuck it in the hole, went down, got the red balloon, tied it to the mailbox, and he's just down the hill at this point. And
this is like real Ocean's 11.
He's standing there tapping his foot, waiting for Andy to tie the book. Come on, dude! I need to put that.
Well, no, he's down the hill. I know his routine better than he knows mine at this point. You know, I've been stalking him for weeks. And so the big thing is, I moved the box up 21 steps. You know, and 21 steps, and then up across the street, there's a grassy knoll and some brush I can hide in. So I fucking drop that box. I don't even have time to put anything in to secure it. I tie the balloon and I run across the street, and the balloon blows off. Fuck, motherfucker. There goes the balloon. Half of this fuck. But I know this.
Tell me you chased it.
No, I watched it go up and like, God damn it, you know. So then I go up and I'm like ready to film the motherfucker coming up over the hump.
Oh, hold on a second. It's egregious enough. You put a fucking balloon with, like, basically it is a subtle fuck you. But you're gonna be there with a fucking video camera.
He's hiding.
Hidden in a bush.
Yeah,
hiding.
So I was up across and waiting, and then I could hear his truck, and then it goes on by so he goes up and drives past it, and then I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna walk back to it, and then he delivers a package, and then does a U-turn and misses it. So I'm up. Oh, you fucking cunt. He's, either we don't have mail or he committed a federal crime.
Or he's looking for a balloon.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't even know. So I can reset tomorrow, maybe. No. But I didn't get any mail, and he drove on by, but he knows he's beaten. He knows it's over. He got chewed out for being a fucking cunt.
No, the whole office.
Yeah, his supervisor and him.
The postmaster general going out to a resident's house.
Yeah,
that is being talked about in every fucking break room in every post office in Oregon.
He held a meeting and bitched at them. Why am I getting called out for this kind of shit?
21 steps, people.
And he goes, this one guy, I think it was not the general, it's probably corporal inspector or whatever. He said, he goes, if this guy just listens to you and your concerns, we don't have to come out here, and you probably have a lot better attitude towards the post office. And I said, yeah, man, I go for a long time just to try to curry favor with that fella. I had a sign up here that said I support the post office. And they laughed, and I go, And he goes, yeah, all it takes is that, and and I go, well, here's the thing is, I'm a stand-up comic working nationally, I says, and I says, I'm not, I says
Fast and
when
loose with those facts.
yeah, when something like this
Willy-nilly.
happens and I got a negative
Willy-nilly
attitude,
the
I
comic.
spread that. Yeah, I said I spread the negative attitude like wildfire. And we're standing in dry grass, so I guess everybody understands what that looks like.
And then this is when the Postmaster General said, "Oh, really? You're a stand-up comedian? You got anything I can look at on YouTube?" And he whips his phone out and plugs Andy's name in and watches the
I did
Down
this
and
thing
Dirty
on
set.
Down and Dirty.
And then
I wasn't
retracts
real
every
happy.
statement he said.
Yeah,
Like, you know what? Actually, you can walk the 21 steps.
Put the box back.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where I looked. I dragged that box up, and it was like this big, thick railroad tie type of post that I ripped off of something other thing. It was like a guardrail. It was for a guardrail. It was this guardrail, and these were the beams that supported the guardrail. And the guardrail.
Those are like 8 by 8.
Yeah, that's what my box is on. And then I'm like,
Christ,
I'm tucking that up over my shoulder, all Christ-like, and racing, doing the 21 steps, carrying that, planted it down there, and then I was just fucking, here we go. The money shot, the walk of shame. Here he comes. Here comes fucking Willy-nilly up the hump, and he didn't do the thing. So I've won. It's just the victory party will be tomorrow.
You just haven't shoved it down his throat yet.
Get that camera set up out there.
Yeah.
You got to catch this action.
I'm going to sit out there with my lawn chair and wait for him tomorrow.
No, you don't want him to see you.
Yeah.
I would recommend the same vantage point filming just in case he is skipping you. Then you have, proof.
Wait a minute, guys.
I will
we had the Postmaster General out to Andy's house. I say you go on Craigslist and get a fake film crew from the news out to film the first letter to the Willy-nilly box, and it's all free.
How about a band? Get a band, a tiny little marching band.
I could probably
dude a fake news crew.
Yeah, it was for the dog shit neighbor.
I know where I could get a band and bring them together quickly. I saw down at the homeless camp a guy go by with a bass on a skateboard. There's a couple people with some beat up guitars, and I'm sure there's plenty of vocalists. That guy who says, I don't know what fucking pain is. He can sing.
A homeless guy holding a guitar doesn't mean he knows how to play it. It means he probably either stole it or he never wants to let it go.
Would you rather, I could get a band that made music, or I could just have a bunch of fucking homeless people banging on instruments out there?
This band will play for peanut butter sandwiches, so I say you go with these guys.
That bass needs a tune-up, and you need a tuna. Yeah, it's fucking horrible. I should have stopped. But
congratulations, Andy.
Yeah. So, oh man, I
Sweet victory.
Life is not about happiness, but I had a moment where I was like Tiger Woods fist pumping. I mean, not after the car crash. I mean, like after hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, my legs.
You just rolled in a 36-footer on the 18th green.
Yeah, I fucking I might wear a red shirt with black slacks when I go out there.
It's funny. You should do that.
I always knew you'd win, Andy.
I mean,
you were right. That's the thing.
Didn't.
You just needed somebody to see that.
I thought the opposite.
One guy goes, I don't know why everybody isn't getting their mail here. This is a nice level spot. No, man, that's what I've been saying for a while.
I picture the post office meeting with the Postmaster General yelling at him like an 80s cop movie. You guys realize that I had the congresswoman on my ass about 21 steps.
Yeah, that's why I pointed out that 21 grams is a human soul. It's like.
I don't know that helped. I think he knew what he was going to do when he's going to go out there. I don't want to.
That's when he decided you were a reasonable man.
Yeah.
I mean, he said, he goes, you're a reasonable guy. Like, fuck yeah, man. Thanks. Thanks, bro.
Well, and he was trying to avoid some kind of an incident, I'm sure, which why Shaylee's idea of a fake news crew is hilarious. That fucking the mail delivery guy would shit his pants Oh fuck, they're doing a news article on this now.
Oh fuck! Buttoning his shirt, making sure his shirt is tucked in.
I'm gonna fucking lose my
Protesters
job.
out there with signs that say "Stop Blind Hate."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Oh man.
after being just chewed out, the district being chewed out by the Postmaster General.
Heads are gonna roll, man. Heads are gonna roll. And I mean,
oh man,
I'm just, a reasonable man, and do what you got to do, Tim. But I'll tell you this: when it comes to the post office, I am more in tune with the officers than the foot soldiers. Because fuck the foot soldiers, This guy, and they, I mean, nobody said asshole, but I said, I've been down to the post office 3 or 4 times, and I said, and they assured me that somebody would get a hold of me and would be coming out, and I said, I guess after the 4th or 5th time, I lost faith in the system. And
Actually, they were right though, Andy.
They never. Well, they were eventually.
Come on now. The post office isn't always on time, but they do deliver.
Yeah.
I mean,
rain, sleet,
you can't
or snow.
complain about that.
And so I mean, I feel like I don't have to get revenge on him now.
Yeah.
Now I can just call him my bitch. And if anyone would like to send me anything to stick, it just doesn't even have to be anything in the envelope. Send it to 3510 Onyx Place, and Willy Nilly.
What are you doing, Andy?
I want mail. I want tons of mail coming into my box. Are
you sure you want to give out your address?
Yes. If you want to come murder me, fucking bring it on, motherfucker. I'm backed by the Postmaster General and his army. You come
Just
on
imagine the kind words the Postmaster General would say as Andy's eulogy
and
before the 21 gun salute. If
I gave out
I
gave out my address to somebody who's going to be popping in, who is a listener, and Thomas Martin is maybe coming by here this evening. Is
this a welfare like after this podcast is recorded?
Well, Thomas,
we're supposed to check on you.
Thomas sent me. He's a producer on my comedy thing. And he's in the industry, and he's filming a commercial in Portland, and he was driving through. So I said, pop on in and kill me, murder me, and put my human head in my mailbox. So when that fucking I can see how much I care.
I was about to say, if you are going to murder Andy, you need to somehow frame his postman for the job. Make it look like the postman did it.
Well, his fingerprints are on every mailbox. Yeah. Up and down the street. I'm not used to winning these kind of things, because I usually say the wrong thing, call somebody something, and then that's the focus of it. But I'm getting, this was a war. It was I know that Israel-Palestinian thing's a bummer, but this is worse. No, it wasn't. It wasn't worse, but it was all involving, because all I wanted, I guess I have a problem where it's like, I have to have it go back to what it's like, I wasn't going to let that go until that was fixed, and it gets in the way of everything. It's like, there's a bunch of those kind of things. Like, I just know it's like, I got to replace this, and then it'll be over and I can move on, but I couldn't move on until that was settled. So now I got all this extra energy. So look out, hobos. You're about to get some pastrami.
Who wants a Reuben?
Yeah.
Got the Reuben pretty good.
Okay. And the double cheeseburger? No.
That's nice of you and James to make sandwiches and hand out sandwiches too. That's a very kind thing you're doing. Good for you.
Yeah. And when people say God bless you, no, it ain't about that. It's it's about if I was out there and somebody come by and said, you want some clean socks? And it's like, you can see everybody out there that's, we gave stuff to, needed it and started eating on it. It's like 3:00, man. What'd you do? Skip lunch? Come on, man. Have some gummies. And so, yeah, it's kind of, it is rewarding to a degree. And then we're done. It's like, oh, man, do we have any more? It's like, when you get rid of that first bowl of Halloween candy. Like, oh, I love your outfit. Are you a pirate? Cool, man. A lot of hobos, a lot of tramps,
a lot of pirates.
Yeah, and street bitches.
Street bitches.
And I saw some cool tents. There's one. It's like a screen porch before you get to your tent. It's like, God damn, you homeless people got it made.
What?
Well, I mean, I've never seen where you could go into a front porch tent. I hadn't seen that. So
tents have gotten better. So if
go
we're
to
ever going to
REI,
be homeless,
and
this
I
is
also
the time to be it.
Yeah, well, they're camping just blocks away from REI.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's it is nice to do that. And I don't know about karma or anything, but I fucking I can't wait to see the mailman.
Don't worry about shit like that, dude. Do that stuff because it helps other people, and you get your reward.
Yeah, I don't believe in that shit.
Karma's bullshit.
And I didn't do it. Like James suggested it, and so yeah, we can do that. And then I just noticed how sloppy his sandwiches looked, and I thought it's like, come on, man.
Also, Andy hit on an important thing, I think, too. Whereas those people are used to, when they have to receive a handout, getting a lecture about God or some kind of, it always comes
strings attached.
Yes, there's always strings attached, and just to have somebody, hey, fuck no, man, just for no reason at all. Here's you go, just fucking. Because if I were in your situation, I would think it was cool if someone fucking came and handed me a sandwich. That's it.
Yeah. And I'm just giving you a sandwich. I'm not recruiting you for the team.
Yeah.
There was a few kids around, but not many. And there was this one girl who's probably about 8, 9, and she's hanging with this group, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I'll take one of those. Can I have it?" And she's like all into it. And her attitude was like, I mean, she had she was a sweet young lady, took stuff, thanked us and everything. It's like, God damn, it's like, it's amazing. If I was in that situation, I would be fucking, sad and bummed out, but some people can adjust to whatever shitty reality life gives them. And maybe the younger, she'll bounce out of it or whatever. It's, it's kind of troubling to see a tent city in a park. It's a tent city. There's probably 100 or more tents in this one area.
Did Eugene do the same thing everybody else did and just allow camping anywhere during?
Yeah, for a while. And this area did have quite a few tents in it, but now that they've started closing up more of them, squeezing them, so they're now all kind of ending up in this place. But
so they're shutting them down on the outlying areas, and so it's all concentrated and coming in.
I think it's because of the Olympic trials. We got to get.
You can't have a bunch of fucking bums on the streets. TV cameras are coming.
It's a bummer. That's why they call them bums, because they bum you out when you see them. And it's not.
I think that might be why they call it "bum you out."
Yeah, it's like,
I think it's the other way around.
The Olympics aren't even going to happen. Mm-hmm. So the trials are going to be for naught, because it's.
No, the Olympics are happening, dude. It's on. Pandemic's over. I don't know if you heard.
I'm competing in this. The
festivals are starting back up. Music's coming back. The Olympics will happen.
Comedy.
Yeah, we just went to coming back from Tucson today. We went into a Walmart to grab a couple of things, and the only people wearing masks were all of the employees and me and Tracy. It was in Douglas, Benson. It was in Benson, and no one it's like it never happened.
I went to Home Depot with Jenny yesterday, and there's a gigantic sign the size of the door. There's a gigantic sign saying everybody must wear a mask, and you walk in. Jenny and I were the only ones, and the employees. Every other person we saw, no mask.
Yeah.
This is how white I am. We were leaving to go to Tucson today to go to the Apple store up in Tucson from here. So the 88-mile trek one way to get up there, and we left the house, and we're just getting on through Old Bisbee, and I go, fuck, I don't have a mask. And we're looking through the Suburban. There's no mask anywhere. We pulled into the Circle K, and I spent $10 for a pack of masks, so I could have a mask to go into the Circle K to get a cup of coffee, and then be able to go to the Apple store and wear a mask. $10 for I don't know a packet of them, and I mean, but what I do, I don't fucking care what other people do. I'm doing what I do because of me,
Right.
And it is one of those things that even when I see, that's why I don't care if it's over or not. What did Dan Rather say? Dan Rather's like, wait, who cares if someone else wears a mask?
Yeah, I love wearing a mask in public. What if I have to commit a crime and I don't want somebody to see my face? I'm not planning on committing a crime, but a lot of my crimes have been spontaneous. So I mean, it's a good thing.
Most good crimes
wear
are
a mask.
Crimes of passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't plan on committing crimes. I just spot opportunity.
I'm good at sniffing out opportunities.
Oh, no.
It's not criminal if it ain't in your heart.
I think it's over, though. I think the whole thing's done. I think it's like this. The vaccines are out there. If you want to get one, you can. So if you don't get vaccinated now, then if you get COVID and you have a bad result and you end up in the hospital, that was your choice. And the whole reason we were all concerned about all of this, I mean, as a society, was that we didn't want to overrun the healthcare system with everybody getting it all at once, and then you can't have this, you can't handle it, and people die because they can't get regular care they should have been able to get. We're well past that. That ain't gonna happen. So if you don't want to get the vaccine, don't fucking get a vaccine. If you feel like you're willing to risk, getting sick and having that happen to you, risk it. It's not at some point, it truly isn't any different or any more dangerous than other chronically bad health decisions you make. Right. I mean, you keep eating triple cheeseburgers, you're headed for a heart attack. It's probably about the same likelihood that you would get COVID and go into the hospital at some point.
Yeah.
So
right now it's what?
Do what the fuck you want.
It's like the tail end of the AIDS, the big epidemic with AIDS. I know they're still out there, but it's like the end of it and going, I'm still not wearing a rubber. I just don't like the way it feels. It takes away my freedom if I got a raw dog, if I can't raw dog somebody. It's like, don't wear a rubber. It's all right. Nobody cares.
Right. Because I just don't think that an individual getting COVID now has the same downriver effects on the rest of society that it had 6 or 8 months ago, when if you got it then and our hospitals were being overwhelmed, then you were contributing to overwhelming them. And now
I disagree, because and I'll tell you why. Because Bill Maher, who has the vaccine, was asymptomatic. I hate to even say his name. Sorry. Number 45. If someone is asymptomatic and then they go to a nursing home, they can infect people who are most vulnerable if they don't have the vaccine. You know what I mean?
Well,
it can still spread, and it's not. I mean that's
but
that's
don't
what we're
the
talking
people
about here, is the safety of
those
people who are most vulnerable.
Won't the people at the nursing home in this scenario have the vaccine if they want it?
Right.
Okay, then problem solved.
Aren't most people still using COVID as an excuse to not visit their old family in nursing homes? So, like, hey, I wish I could see you. I miss you so much. God damn COVID.
Go down so soon.
Reverend Derek, if you're listening, I'm giving you a big hug.
A virtual hug.
Pat on the back. Love you, brother. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of it's done, like you said, we can, if you want to go out maskless, go out maskless. I hope that the churches get back together and all the non-vaccinated Christians, because they're going to go to heaven. That's the thing. It's like
that's secretly. See, now you're getting at partly why I have this opinion. I secretly want all of these assholes who choose not to be vaccinated to get really sick because I'm an asshole.
Yeah. The Lord says, where 3 or more are gathered in my name. I think it's 3. I don't know, but Christ said that. Christ said, where 2 or more are gathered in my name, some other shit, but he needs at least 2 or 3 people in there. That's what Jesus said. You cannot worship Jesus on your own. You need a group of people, and none of them vaccinated, and don't wear a mask and get together. Yeah, Franklin
Masks are
Graham.
not mentioned in the Bible. You're correct.
Well,
You are right about that.
Christ said a lot of stuff, but he didn't he should have recorded his
Allegedly.
sets. Yeah, Christ relied on friends to write notes. He's like, Jesus is up on stage going, "Hey, Shaylee, write it down." Whatever. And then sometimes that the entity writes that down or whatever, but a lot of times Jesus said stuff that was funnier than what was written down.
They remembered it wrong.
Yeah, they remembered it, and it's like Jesus was like, no, that's not what I used as a punchline. Come on, Judas. Judas, I thought you were good at joke writing.
Yeah. And, you didn't get it exactly right. I said the meek shall inherit the earth unless.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand all these tags for getting nailed.
I said the meek shall inhale some herb. What the fuck were you talking about? Oh, you missed it completely.
Yeah. Yeah, the meek
Chapter
will inherit
4, verse
nothing.
20, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna start quoting. That's that in some states, if you just have a Bible verse or two at the ready, you can hold people hostage.
Yep.
But the Bible says it's like Andy Dufresne and the Warden trading Bible verses. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I'm getting a leg cramp from all my hard work on the postal ticket.
Well, you have been a little jumpy in the chair tonight. I get
Grade
it.
them.
It's been a big day. I know. I understand. It's the tuna
I get wound up when I'm not a graceful winner.
Andy, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking a cold beer. Yep, cool beer, and I got Gatorade at the ready. I can't smoke in this room because stay here, and they don't like that shit.
You drinking a cold beer is a homage to Andy Dufresne.
Andy Dufresne, yeah, but he didn't drink a beer. He just like the other fellas drinking them.
Everyone else.
Fuck.
And at the end of the day, Andy, you okay?
Yeah, just got a leg cramp.
Eat a banana, Andy. Eat a banana.
That just proves all the hard work I did. Good Lord. Probably
Andy, I'm gonna ask you while Eric's is gone. Where did the post hole digger break? Did it break at the metal or at the wood?
One of the handles broke, and I was wait.
The handle should be wood.
Yeah, so there's one stabber, but the other one's broke. Yeah. And broke right at the thing, and I couldn't find my fucking. I ran up my driveway so many times, and I was running to look for a shovel to mix the cement. I carried 2 5-gallon buckets of water, and I was so ready to plant that thing and have it finalized. But it's like it structurally was gonna. I mean, it would have been Willy Nilly. It would have fallen over in the cement, and the thing would have fallen off.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're laying an 8x8 in a hole, you could just pack rocks and dirt in there.
Well, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
You don't need the cement.
That's what I'm going to do tomorrow is just pack gravel around it and call it good until I get back.
Yes, you do. You need cement, Shaylee. Don't tell this guy not.
I'm saying, when he was running down there really quick to surprise.
Okay.
He could have done it really quick and not worry
Otherwise,
about it.
you're going to have to bury it 9 feet into the ground to get it to not.
I had
with a hand trowel.
I had about 20 minutes to decide what to do before the mail got there.
Yeah, that's not
a reasonable person would have just said, "The fuck am I out here sweating my ass off and yelling faggot in the air to get this done just so I could say fuck you and put a red balloon on it?" And that's the part of my brain that always wins. It's like keep digging. Don't go get a trowel. Go get that. But I was going to use the broken handle of the post hole digger to mix the cement and just dump it in and then dump the water on top and stir it and shit. And
I was going to suggest that too. You take your post hole apart so that if you still have one good handle, I just turned mine into a really narrow shovel.
Like a trencher.
You take it apart and you just make it like a little trenching shovel. Exactly.
But when it's all, here's why I can't rush it. When I get it all set and hopefully, it'll fucking be beautiful. And then it's a metal box and everything. And I'm going to wax it, get it really shiny. I want it to be the best mailbox in town. and it has potential. I got
You're gonna win awards. You want to win awards with this mailbox.
I want people to go, hey man, who put your mailbox in? Ugh, me. Whoa. I might, those things that they put on telephone poles for pet sitting and stuff. I may put a sign that custom dig mailbox holes. Yeah, that I could do that, Beard. Fuck yeah, that's a nice one. Look at that.
Right.
That's a good one. That's what here's what I'm thinking, Chad. I'm not going to replace the post hole digger because I hate digging post holes. It's a fucking lot of work and it sucks. And if I don't have a post hole digger, I ain't got to do it.
That's right. And you can take this mailbox post hole as your final one because it's the winning one. You've won.
Yeah.
This is you're going out on a
retirement.
Really?
Yeah. Be done with it.
Willy Nilly at 3510 Onyx Place. Send me something oversized and blank or whatever, and just fill that box up and make him. Because if he doesn't deliver any piece of mail, he's fucking ruined. I'll tell the general.
Oh man,
General, we gotta. Yeah, I'm gonna need an airdrop. Drop everything you got on this motherfucker.
Every time you mention the general, I picture that little cartoon one that does commercials for the shack.
I was just thinking the same thing. The car insurance guy.
Yeah.
I made a fat joke at his expense because he's a heavier fella, but he's military and he walked at 21 paces and he goes 21 paces and I go, and you ain't even out of breath, and then I dropped that line about 21 grams, but I did imply he was kind of heavy and he should be out of breath. Anyway, I feel legitimized. I feel like it's not good for me to have, I didn't need any of it. All that fucking dude would have had to recognize my efforts and say, that's a hell of a post hole you dug there. I can't wait to deliver your mail up there.
Yeah. Well, it really truly is the case that this mailman probably just tired of his job and hating it and having to trudge around every day, even though he knows it's only 21 more steps. He's like, this is just, fuck this. I'm not doing it. They beat me down and they beat me down. And really, because all he had to do, honestly, I mean this sincerely, when you put the first thing in, even if it wasn't in exactly the right place, if I'm the mailman and some guy says, hey, I put this here on this flat area, is it cool because my wife is blind and this is a safe place for her to get the mail? I would say, yes, it's fine. Yeah. I would. I know I would. I would, even if it was fucking inconvenient for me. And that's what should have happened because you are the customers.
Yeah, the only time I got saucy was when I said, you want to take a picture when my wife rolls down the fucking hill? And he goes, what for? And I go,
that's a different tact than Erickson.
But that's as far as I went. That's the one time where I spiced up the language and got animated with him because
I'm saying from the very first thing, this whole thing should have been one conversation, and he should have said, yes, I'd be glad to put the mail in there, dude. We'll put it wherever you want. And that should have been the end of it.
Well, and he didn't because he was already so defeated and miserable in his job that he said, this is where I'm taking a stand finally, by gum. And then he got hammered again. Yeah. And then now that he's been hammered again, Andy's going to hang balloons on the fucking thing, and Andy's going to torment him for the rest.
Well, I'd like to see him
shoot himself in your driveway.
And I think the general was. I think the
general
was.
Get blood all over your new red balloon.
The general was pretty impressed with my intel because he was like, "Well, I don't even understand this." And he goes, how does he? I go, "Well, he parks down there, and then he does those, and then he parks up there, and this is where he turns." He's like, it's like the general. That's the kind of fucking like if you're in war and the general is asking you for information, that's the kind of actionable shit. It's like, I know where this guy is. I know where he parks and eats. What do you want to know about your carrier, General? Because I got all this fucking information on him. And it's like, fucking,
you sound reasonable. You know what the guy eats for lunch.
Oh, so what should I play on my Bluetooth speaker if I get out there tomorrow? Because I'm planning on, if I can get the box, if nothing else, I'll just pack gravel around the one I've got planted. and then
Yeah, you just need to tamp it down, Andy. It'll be
Right.
enough for him to open the door.
I was
and shut
thinking
it.
the song, like I'll put the Bluetooth up there and sit up there. I'm thinking, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? And I'll dance. I'll eat mushrooms and dance like a hippie. God damn it, man. I love winning. I just didn't ever do it before, so it's a new feeling. But
Yeah, you got to savor the flavor on this one.
yeah, this is it took 6 months to get this fucking so I could post hole dig that hole. God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
You fought
was
so
worth
hard
it.
to do manual labor.
I also absolutely love, Andy, that you won, and then as soon as he left, you immediately cheated 3 more feet just to fucking piss in their face.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what the general told me.
You didn't show up to the hearing, motherfucker. You don't know where he said to put it, so all you know is he lost.
Yeah, I know. I felt,
Oh, you think that guy's he's gonna question where that where that post hole digger goes? No way.
He just knows to deliver to that address now. Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Andrews.
In fact,
yes, sir.
that's why you shouldn't put it in concrete. You should put it in like a big bucket, and you should just move it a foot closer to your house every day.
I wish I could fucking have it rotate like fucking some underground conveyor belt that moves it a few feet.
No, you put it in a bucket, but you put bushes in the concrete also in the bucket, so it just looks like a big shrub, and then you just drag it back a couple of inches.
You ever do one of those hoopa shoots where the basket moves? That's what I'd like to do. It's like try to put it in. It's like, fuck. It has to track it down. That's next level.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he's I wouldn't be surprised tomorrow if he shaves off that mustache.
That's a defeat.
Yeah, he's fucked. Anyway, yeah. So I feel
good
like,
for you, buddy.
I feel like the tide has turned, man. Here's to putting it in your goddamn box and shut your fucking face, you fucking
to the fucking Willy Nilly box.
Yeah,
we always knew you'd be there.
Saga ends. Willy Nilly saga is over.
I don't have to. I mean, so.
Or is it?
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's where that big question mark comes on the screen.
Yeah.
I probably already tipped my hand on this one. I won't have to do it, but I was going to throw buckets of water all around that downward slope where he wanted me to have the mail and ice it up on it was like 29 degrees and dry. Oh, black ice, motherfucker. Be careful. Be careful. You
let the hose run overnight.
Yeah, I mean,
well, Andy, it never got to that. Thank God.
And right, and I mentioned this the other day.
But then
about
Andy would remember later that he ordered a Todd Snyder CD, and he'd run out all excitedly to grab it and fucking crack his head open.
That's what cost. I paid $80 for that Todd Snyder CD. But I'd already paid $15. Well, I paid $15 for it. $20 for a late fee for our mailbox because our mailman just started kicking our mail back all willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And so it was going to be returned, and I knew it was going to be delivered that day. So I went to the mailbox, and I said, I'd like to re-up for a month. And they said, well, you have to do 6 months. Like, how much is that? $60 plus $20 late fee. So basically, I paid $80 to ensure that the guy would put my fucking CD in my box.
This is the story you should have told the general.
It's a good disc.
You could have got some
some mail bucks or something.
Yeah,
whatever
mail bugs.
How many books of stamps do you need to make this right, son?
How do we figure this out?
Maybe
fuck yeah, dude.
Go down and feed the homeless. Let's get together on this shit, man. Me and you, mailman. I am going to continue with our relationship because I feel like now it's rock bottom, and I'd like to,
Yeah.
Remember that
general or
I think you'd be a good mailman,
or
Andy.
the homeless. I don't know, Sheila.
Yeah.
Andy, who are you going to continue a relationship with?
The homeless and
okay.
The homeless.
Oh, I mean, I like doing that, and
no, you're right, Andy. It's a nice. Like, one time they had a thing going on for like veterans, for homeless veterans behind the Walmart, and I stopped by there and brought them some socks and stuff and was just kind of bullshitting with them. And then I was like, how many motherfuckers would be happy to have a joint around here? And they're like, oh, fuck yeah, quite a few. And I'm like, all right, hold on. This is back a while back when I was growing. We thought so. I just went home and rolled up like a whole shitload of joints and took them over and gave them a big old fucking bundle of joints. And everybody's
America.
Like,
It's cool. That, I mean, well, there's several people who remind me of myself. Like, oh, and do you want a cookie? Okay, I'll take it. Like, Jesus, are you on LSD? Like, you know, I've been in that situation where you're too sketchy to really, but you can answer affirmative, yes or no. But when some security guard's going, what are you doing here, man? What's going on? You're drawing attention to yourself. If he would have just said, you want a peanut butter cookie, I could answer that. But don't ask me what I'm doing in a casino. Why am I drawing attention to myself? I don't know,
you got to get out of that chair. The mall is closed.
Yeah.
Those are all questions.
Right. Do you have a room here at the Plaza Casino?
Yeah, there's many a time where people who don't seem to be on drugs are asking me questions while I'm on drugs, and I can't really give them. I don't even know what they're getting at. Yeah. And that, you know, that's when they should say, do you want chocolate chip or M&M? M&M.
There's no wrong answer. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, really there isn't. Especially when they're all melty.
But, well, I don't want to change this.
Oh, hey, man.
Andy, I don't want to change the subject too much. I mean, we've been talking a lot about your victory. But I do want to tell you, I got something. I just got back from Boise and then St. Louis at the Halloween show. And so tickled that I received something in the mail that I ordered weeks ago and I'd forgotten about. Andy still there?
And he's not paying any attention to you whatsoever.
Ah, shit.
He's lost his headphones. He's greeting a visitor.
Yeah, no,
I got a coupon from Bill's Place.
Whoa.
I don't know what
it's
what?
Whoa.
Holy shit.
I bought it on eBay. It's a Bill's Place drink token.
Oh man, there's probably proof of federal crime on there. There's probably DNA on it.
So much DNA on that.
Yeah.
Andy, what are you doing?
Doing a Kilroy impression.
I gotta clean up something.
I thought he was blowing that guy.
There's
all right, I'll just tell you guys.
The general's back.
Looking through the.
So I bought this coin, Andy.
No.
Really.
Go on.
Timing.
We get it.
Andy, what are
I
you doing?
paid attention to your story, Andy. It took an hour and 13 minutes.
To what? What happened?
You're gonna have to wait. We lost him way before.
I got some
talking.
No, it's good.
Crashers.
Huh?
Party crashers.
Yeah. No, I told you I had company coming.
Yeah, well, we have a podcast we usually do.
It's not like we.
No,
you know,
I mean, I would be totally involved with that, but I spilled Gatorade.
So.
Well,
listen.
Not only that, Shaylee, but Andy is the person who picked the special time at which we recorded this podcast.
You know,
not our normal time to do it.
Do you know how quickly Gatorade sets in carpet? I don't.
I usually just drink it.
I know. That's what happened. I spilled something.
I feel like we've covered a lot of ground here tonight, so we can just put a bow on this one and wrap it up, and then we'll come back with Bill's Place and the coin and more shit.
This is a short one.
A wishing well.
Well, I mean, Andy's got people, and
yeah, I get it.
I guess, whatever.
No, Andy,
Chad's like, this is the only human contact I have all week.
Damn. Do you know how much I fucking dreaded doing this for the entire day, right up until the moment we started, and then now I've got a buzz and I'm having a good time visiting with you guys.
I'm hanging with
you guys.
Chad,
I got nothing else going on.
We decided it's over.
Andy,
I got a sawbone.
Andy, go tend to your guests.
Thursday.
Hey, Chad, if Stanhope is up, we should just fucking roll right into one because the one he did with Michael Bean did not turn out from the other day.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a fucking Ixnay on the podcast. So
Michael Bean, the dude from Terminator that Stanhope's friends with.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I knew I'd heard the name before. I wasn't placing it. Right. Yeah. All right.
It's not just randoms. It's my producer, one of my
Oh,
producers.
no, I understand, dude.
That's
I
great.
get
You
it.
guys
You're a
should,
big shot.
yeah.
Dude, you're big timing us. I get it.
Listen, we got
You're
you.
big timing
That's
us.
cool.
We
Even
all
though-
we all
even though
saw
it
how
is this podcast, this very podcast, and the people who enjoy it are the direct monetary funding of much of what is happening.
Oh,
in
I do
the
have
anti-
something to mention.
He
special
didn't
world.
listen
He's
to
not even
anything you
listening
said.
to you.
He didn't listen to anything you said right there.
He has
I did too.
headphones
I
on,
heard-
but they're actually they're
I heard
earmuffs.
I heard everything,
Yeah.
and I don't appreciate the racial slur. Technically, they don't. It's not cool. Are you woke, man? Anyway, I got to mention this: is I did not get that dog. I wanted to get that dog, but
You got a
they didn't
homeless
call
guy
me.
instead.
I fed homeless people with the money that someone sent me money and said, get that dog. And then I tried to get that dog, but that dog is spoken for.
Okay.
So I did not get the dog, but if you donated to get that dog, I'm sorry. I'd love to have that dog. Instead, homeless people ate your money.
It went to a good cause.
They
I'm sure
loved
that
it. I don't think anybody
very
would be
happy.
mad about that.
No,
That's-
not at all. Not at all.
It's a
That's a
bummer.
nice thing you and James did.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. No, I mean, the big distraction was I just tipped over a glass when they got here. And then I was like, God damn. Because I am anally retentive on that shit.
Of
You're
what?
meticulous.
I mean, if it's
Cleaning
my
up
plate.
the messes you make when you
Well,
jump
if I-
around in your
yeah.
chair for an hour and a half?
Funny, I've never noticed that about you.
You know why Captain Kirk didn't have beverages sitting around him in that chair?
Warp factor
No
6?
drink holder.
No shit.
Design flaw.
He should have had a big drink
Nate
cup.
Scotty hold it. All right, let's wrap
man.
it.
Andy left.
Yeah,
No,
it's too much,
He's
man.
playing to the room that can't even hear him
No,
talk.
they went out to go
Only
smoke
hear him talk.
weed. They're gone. I'm here, man.
Oh, okay.
It's fucking. I ruined it, huh? That Gatorade tipped over and ruined it.
All right, Chad, we're gonna do one over at Stanhope's up and drunk. So let's
Yeah. We'll wrap it. There's
Jesus.
nothing wrong with
On
that.
Zoom?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm game.
All right.
We're
So,
close
all right,
enough.
cool.
Did I fuck it up?
No, you didn't fuck anything up, dude. This is
You
a
didn't
great
fuck
day.
it up. You
This
Andy
is a-
it up.
This day is the day we are celebrating a great victory. Our forces, the issues with Andy forces, have won a huge victory today over the deep state, and this is nothing but
feds.
celebration. So no, it's
The
all
feds,
good.
The fucking federal government.
That's right.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck.
Sorry, fellas.
No, that's it. It's all. Go
All right.
talk to your guy. Hang out. Have a fucking wonderful
Cheers,
night. You
guys.
had a big
Cheers.
day, and
Cheers.
we do this all the time. This is it was a good one.
All right, man.
So cheers to
I had
everybody
fun.
out there. Thanks for being out there. We love you guys. You know all the stuff we always say at the end. You know Andy's Venmo by now. Send him some victory
money.
cash so he can buy some victory things. I don't know. And subscribe
A
to
victory
Chad,
thing?
huh?
A victory thing?
Victory things. I was gonna say victory bud, but I don't know what Andy's buying.
Yeah.
Maybe help him fund his. He's not buying a new post hole digger.
Get him,
So
Kratom?
get him some get him some carpet cleaner.
2
There you
kratom,
go.
2 mushrooms, no beer.
there you go. That's it. Perfect. There you go. Awesome. And subscribe to Chad Shank's Twitch channel. It's all the information to do that is right there on his Twitter page as the pinned tweet. And you can hang out with the gang and cruise around and play video games. It's a lot of fun. And we do this each and every week. So you guys know that. That's why you're here. So tell a friend. Bring more people into
Tell a
our
friend.
wonderful world. And we love you for it. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you guys for being out there. We love you. We'll see you next time. Peace.